Lions take an L, and we got to talk about it. The Detroit Lions lose to the Carolina Panthers 37-23 in a blowout, and a lot of things took place that were not good. And a lot of it is defense and a little bit of coaching here. And we're going to go through everything about this game in, is the post-game video here. And so, first off, I got to say, this defense, the run defense, was brutal today. This was absolutely brutal. They gave up so many yards rushing. You're ready to hear this. 43 carries, 320 yards rushing, Carolina Panthers. Deontay Foreman, 21 carries for 165. Chuba Hubbard, 12 carries for 125. Sam Darnold, 6 carries for 19 yards. DJ Moore, 1 for 8. Raheem Blackshear, 3 for 3. A total of 320 yards rushing, 7.4 yards a carry altogether with 3 touchdowns along of 38. The Lions defense, this run defense, got obliterated today. They got destroyed, decimated, defecated, and desecrated today. I do not know what happened because the last 7 to 8 weeks, they played much better stopping the run. Coming into this game, they got destroyed. They got destroyed on a different level. Terrible by whatever game plan they had for the run defense. The holes were giant. The holes were black holes. The holes were like the movie Holes. They were giant. I do not know what happened in this thing. I'm going to have to rewatch this tape, unfortunately, to give you a real idea of what occurred for this defense, but it is what it is. Folks, we're 5 subscribers away from 31,000 subscribers, so if you could hit that subscribe button, trying to climb the Chat Sports ladder, the more subscribers we'll get, the more chance we move up. Love to hit to 31,000 today. Absolutely would. So if you do that, that'd be great. The name of the game was defense. Also, this was another game by Jeffrey Okudah where he got exposed. Jeff Okudah played really bad in this game. It is not just as a defender, but in tackling. His tackling was brutal. The whole team's tackling was brutal. They just couldn't tackle for nothing. They were terrible in tackling today. Terrible. And they walked into a buzzsaw defensively. I seen in the comment section a lot of people is tearing apart the Lions offense, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but make no mistake about it. The reason we lost this game, I would say 90% defense, 10% offense. There were some bad plays. The fumble cost us, some bad offensive plays. But this was a terrible defensive performance. Sam Darnold, 15 for 22, 250 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Folks, they had 570 yards on offense. 570 yards on offense. Think about this. The Carolina Panthers did. That was terrible. Defensively, abysmal. The Lions need to go into this draft and draft defense. Love to get Jalen Carter. I've talked about it a million times. But we need to get a corner as well. We need to get a linebacker as well because this defense got exposed here. Now, every team has a bad game. That's 100%, and I say it all the time. The Lions had a bad game here. We're still in the playoff hunt. Seattle lost. Giants lost. We got to watch what the Washington Commanders are going to do. And the Green Bay Packers, too. They still have yet to play. We're not out of it. We got to win out now. We got 100% win out. You got to win versus the Chicago Bears at home, and then to close out the season against the Green Bay Packers. So 2 big games for the Lions here. Well, you gotta square up this defense for that to occur. This defense looked like Week 1 defense. This defense looked like Seattle Seahawks game. They reverted back to the old defense, and that is something that we cannot happen again. You can't allow that to happen the rest of this year. And we're going to have a problem there. That run defense was terrible. Let's go ahead and jump to the Detroit Lions offense here. Jared Goff was 25 for 42, 355 yards, 8.5 average, 3 touchdowns, a QBR or a quarterback rating of 110.7. Him and Frank Ragnow fumbled a snap that really hurt the Detroit Lions because that was at the red zone. That was terrible. Turnovers win you games and lose you games. And we fumbled the ball, the Lions lose the game. Is that the sole reason? Absolutely not. I mean, obviously it's the defense. We talked about it here. It's 100% the defense. And we're about to get into something right here. Grade the performance of Dan Campbell in this game. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade his performance in the comment section. That's going to be a pinned comment for you guys, is what he did. Before we get into this offense and what they didn't do or did do, Jared Goff was getting hit a ton at the end of the game when we all knew the game was over. There were 2 minutes left. Carolina Panthers are up 17, and he's getting hit left and right. And at one point, he was he was limping. I think it was an incorrect decision by Dan Campbell to keep him in that game. Knowing the fact that this game's already over, knowing the fact that you got to face the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers to win the game, you got to win the game to make the playoffs. You're putting your starting quarterback out there to get hit. For what? To have his stats go up? For what? What is the point of that? I believe they should uphold him so he would not get hurt. I think they should uphold him. I think that was the wrong decision by Dan Campbell. Let's get to this offense here. Really questionable decisions running at the end of the game, and they were huddling when you had no timeout. I think that was the wrong decision. Running when it was 10 minutes left in the game, I think what was there, down 14 or 17 at that point. We're running the football and we're huddling. Maybe we're down by it's 21 at that point, sorry. We're running the football and huddling. When you got to score. I didn't like that. I thought Ben Johnson did not have his best game today. I thought Ben Johnson stumbled a little bit in some of his decisions. DeAndre Swift, 4 carries for 12 yards. Terrible. It was a terrible run game. And it got out of hand, too. But the Carolina Panthers defense did a really good job stopping the run in the beginning of the game. But once it got out of hand, you had to get away from the run. You just had to. Jared Goff, he had the most rushing yards, 3 for 15, 5 yards average. How about Zane Zylstra? Zane Zylstra, tight end, he MVP of this game. 5 receptions, 26 yards, 3 touchdowns. So a huge shout out to Shane Zylstra in this game. It shows some love to Shane in the comment section. He's MVP. The tight ends got all the work today. 2 for 31 for James Mitchell. Brock Wright, 1 for 11. DJ Chark, 4 receptions for 108 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 for 76. Khalif Raymond, 1 for 56 and a good pass. Jamison Williams, 0 targets, 0 receptions, 0 across the board. That's unacceptable. You got to get him involved at this point, especially when a game's getting out of hand. Somehow get this guy involved. He's a great route runner. Can do it after the catch. You got to get him involved. And they didn't do that at all. They didn't do anything with him in there. Didn't like that. All in all, this was a tough game. Lions walked into a buzzsaw. It happens. Do I think this is who the Lions are? No, I don't. I think every team has a bad game. Every single team has a bad game, and the Detroit Lions had a bad game. Shake it off. Move forward. It's not over. The Detroit Lions got a game on Sunday. We're still in the playoff hunt. All the teams that lost, all the teams that we needed to lose have lost, except for the Commanders at this point. So we're still up in there. Bad game, drink water, drive on. We just got to drink water, drive on. It's an old Army term. Drink water, drive on, move forward, good to go. Good to go. But it's disappointing. Absolutely is disappointing. It stinks. But at the end of the day, it's not over until it's over. So I'm not gonna freak on this one. And it's been a pretty good season so far. We need to dust everything off and play Chicago hard. Play them hard next week. You got an extra day off, play them hard. With that said, folks, adios.